This is a national day of mourning for a great American. And I would like to begin by having a moment of silent prayer for the great president, great patriot, great American, George Herbert Walker Bush. Please bow your heads in silent prayer. Amen.
Amen.
Now we'll proceed with our regular opening. During the sunshine, I think there are people in the room that may want to have commentary about President Bush, and we would welcome those comments at that point. Okay, now, Nancy Dykeman will lead us in God Bless America. Following the Pledge of Allegiance, John Troutman will offer the opening prayer.
God bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean's wide home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Father God, on this National Day of Mourning, we remember the life of your servant, George H.W. Bush. Please let today be the first day of healing and bridge building in a divided nation. Help us as Rotarians to lead the way. Be with our speaker today and also bless this food. In Christ we pray. Amen.
Amen. Howard?
How do you do, sir?
I'm well.
I'm trying to see the list here. I got the night on my calendar. Empty list.
Nobody.
I have no business Rotarians to announce. I have no guests to announce. But I do have the most important announcement I make every year. It's time for the red bucket. Every year, we find this way to say thank you to Linda and Amber, who serve us every week with a smile on their face and serve selflessly. Even in this day and age, they can do better elsewhere. So I wanted to have a chance to do well here. So this week, we pass the red buckets, looking for gratuities for them. Next week, we will not because we have the Christmas party. The following week will be the run-up, which will be, what's that, 19th, 18th? 19th. And we'll split it up, put it in envelopes, and present it to them at that meeting. In the meantime, the bucket starts today. Please be generous, and please, above all, have a good spirit when you do this. And check, no legs broke yet.
No legs broke yet, no knees.
Okay,
I'll try to stay. Thank you.
before we proceed with anything else, Mary has something to say.
I just attended a funeral at St. Helena's Parish, and it was for Tom Cameron, so I don't know how many of you knew him. He was a great man who did many things for our community and First Nation. The Bishop Hathaway, said that today things come in threes, and we're honoring three men: President Bush, Tom Cameron, and Harvey Brent Brantley, right? So
The latest word I got earlier this morning that he was near the end, but according to the bishop's announcement just a few minutes ago, he has passed. Yeah, that's what Mary was just saying. The bishop announced at the funeral for the other gentleman that three people will be honored today: President Bush, the person whose funeral was, and Bradley Hart. So I know, as I was walking in, I was told he was on his deathbed, but evidently he has passed. So let's have a moment of silence, and Father, can you stand and say something, please?
As we gather together in silence, we remember your servants, O God, those who have walked the path with you and have walked the path with us. And as we are eternally linked one to another through your love for us, we remember them this day. And all God's people said,
Amen. Thank you. Well, we're going to proceed. We know that a lot of you have personal relationships with Bradley, and this is a tough time for this club and for this community. He was a pillar of this community. I know we have strong feelings also about the passing of our president, and perhaps during Chick's time, you can let your feelings be known. To change the tone and perhaps bring us back to a different level of things, may I be hopefully not the first person to tell you some good news and some bad news. As of yesterday, we have an inverted yield curve, and comparing the short-term bonds to the 5-year bond, that's the bad news. The good news is it hasn't yet been an inverted curve to the 10-year bonds, because if it inverts on the 10-year bonds, we're exactly 11 months from a recession. So, just thought I'd bring that up. Blank guys. Oh, Chick, let's start with Chick.
What the heck are you talking about?
Okay, I want a financial observer, advisor to stand up and just say there's validity in worrying about the inverted yield curve. Troutman?
I'm a private banker, I'm not
Anybody want to just say he's right?
No.
I have to admit the inverted yield curve has successfully forecast 11 of the last 5 recessions.
And this guy with a doctorate in finance.
Therefore, I stand with it. Okay.
He's the one that should say this. They never believe it from you. Sit down.
Sir, you're in charge.
Yeah, okay.
There's
All
a
right.
scary thought.
My shirt's up in the back. Wait a minute, my shirt needs to be tucked in.
The only reason I can do this is because I sleep with this guy.
Because nobody else wants to.
See, bless your heart. Okay. That's why this is the sunshine report, right?
There you go.
Yeah, okay. Member birthdays for December. Jay Taylor the 6th, Jay Hubble the 7th, Charles Cumberland the 7th, and Richard Goff the 10th. Member anniversary. Wayne Cromslow 29, Andrew Wickers 2, Tom Harden 16, and Charles Cumberland 10. And no wedding anniversaries. We haven't had any wedding anniversaries for the month of December, have we?
People get married in the summer.
They do? You get married this summer.
We don't have my Christmas present.
That's right. You get married. Okay, let's round of applause to thank these folks and congratulate them. I know that some of you have personal experiences with President Bush along the way, and I'm going to call on the one that I know for sure had. So, tell them the story.
I'm normally not a bragger, but
No, right.
Gerald Ballantyne can identify with the story, but I was the public affairs officer at the military district of Washington headquarters at Fort McNair when President Bush was the serving president. He used to run, and the Secret Service told him when he ran outdoors, he'd have to run at Fort McNair because it was easy to secure indoor running in the cold months over at Langley at the CIA. So what would happen is the Secret Service would call the Provost Marshal over at Fort McNair on 30-minute notice to say the president's coming over to run. The entourage and the Provost Marshal would then call me as the public affairs officer, because the media pool would be coming with the president. The president ran with 4 people each time he ran. We did about 2 laps around Fort McNair, about 2.5 miles. He would invite one person from the White House to run with him. The 2 times I ran with him, one was Vic Gold, his speechwriter, and the second time was Brick Hume, the columnist. The 3rd person in the group would be a Secret Service agent, and the 4th person in the group would be a Fort McNair soldier, as selected by the MDW Public Affairs Officer. So I had the privilege of running twice, and then I allocated it out to other people. And the little anecdote I like to tell is one time when we were running, as we were running back along the Washington Channel, and we were right behind General Ballantyne's quarters, the president said to the Secret Service agent, the Secret Service agent and I would be running right behind the president. He said to him, "Did we bring a nurse with us today?" And of course they did, because they bring an ambulance, they bring snipers, the Coast Guard's got boats out on the, they got everything. And he went into a panic. He said, "Yes, sir, Mr. President, what's wrong? What can I do?" He said, "Would you tell her to meet at the end of the road there and bring a safety pin?" He said, "My pants are about ready to fall off." And he knows that that's where the media is. He said, that's what they'd be dying for, to see the president with his pants down. So we ran behind General Ballantyne's house, met the nurse, he got his pants hitched up, and we were successful. After he finished running, while he was cooling down, all the moms on base with the kids in the strollers, I mean, he got up close and personal with them and spent as much time with them while he cooled down. Did bring a photographer with him, then all the photographs would come back to me in Public Affairs, and then we would get them out. But truly a wonderful, wonderful gentleman, informal as can be, and I'm sure other people have other memories.
Great story. Anyone? Yes, sir.